Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Mr. Hino with Mr. Hino's Lego Robotics. It feels good to be back. If you guys don't know, I took last week off and it was just one of those things where I needed some time to just recharge, refresh, and I am recharged and refreshed. So today's video, it's all about this guy that came last week, the Lego Mindstorms Inventor Kit. I was so blown away. I got the call from my school. Hey, Miss Tino, it's in. Come on over and get it. And I was like, yes, you don't have to tell me twice. So I'm going to unbox it today. And actually have two objectives with today's video. Unbox it and let you see what's inside. And obviously I haven't had a chance to, dig into it and kind of get the ins and outs of how it compares to Spike Prime and the EV3. So I'm going to give just a preliminary evaluation and comparison to those other Lego Mindstorms kits, and then basically let you kind of get this, scratch the surface type comparison, and then give me some time to dig into it. I know a lot of you are trying to make a decision. Do I get the EV3? Do I get the Spike Prime? Do I get the Inventor? And I'm going to need some time to kind of mess around with this, build some robots, program, and be able to get a bigger picture on the comparison of all three. So you're gonna have to give me some time on that, but for today it's unboxing it and giving you just a preliminary comparison of the Spike Prime, the EV3, and this Inventor kit. So if you wanna see that, stay with me. Hey guys, this is Mr. Hino here. Thank you so much for checking out my channel and this video. If you love robotics and want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and unbox it and then just go ahead and let you see everything that's inside. And then I'll go ahead and start comparing some of the preliminary things that you would want to know to compare to the Spike Prime and EV3, like price and what you would get inside the kit. And so that way, if you're just trying to make a kind of comparison, without getting into the big details of programming and building and everything like that, then that's what you're going to need to wait for. But right now, let's go ahead and unbox it. Okay, everybody, so here we go. Man, this is exciting. I'm glad you guys are with me on this. We are going to go ahead and unbox this dude. Oh, man. This is too good. I was a little nervous here. The big difference between this and the EV3 and the Spike Prime is those come with a container to put everything in. So this one's, gonna be an issue on how do you store everything. You might have to get your own storage. You might have to possibly, use an old EV3 or Spike Prime container to put a lot of these things in. The only problem is with the Spike Prime, this has more pieces than the Spike Prime does. So yeah, we're gonna have to let you figure that one out for yourself. But here we go. So let's check out everything. I really like those teal colored pieces. Those are cool. So different pieces that we're normally not used to seeing for those of you using EV3, and then some similar ones like those tan pins. Instead of gray picture frames, there's black picture frames, and there's these skinny curved panels. And we definitely have those gray llama pieces. Long blue connectors. Yeah. In EV3 we had those red connectors that you can put an axle at the top, but now they have some gray ones. Some of those teal 3-hole beam, those are cool. There's a yellow and black. Black connectors. You can never have enough black connectors. Okay, so the Inventor has 4 medium motors. So here's 2, Here's 3. Here's 4. Some more connectors. Here's the hub that I'll show you in a second. Curved panels. There's the ultrasonic sensor. There's a color sensor. For my EV3 people, yeah, you can notice that the gyro's missing because the Inventor, just like the Spike Prime, the hub has its own axis for a gyro sensor, so it's built in. So that's a neat plus. Because we had, you know, when we're doing first Lego League, we had some issues with the the gyro sensor. So to have the gyro sensor built in is definitely a plus, because that's one less sensor that would go wrong, one less sensor you have to plug in, one less sensor that, you know, just has issues. So for that, it's a definite plus already. But we have the ultrasonic sensor and the color sensor. And you know what I miss from the EV3 is the touch sensors. Man, I really liked the touch sensors. It was just a really cool sensor to add into first Lego League missions and just, you know, different experiments. That was a lot of fun. But, you know, you can program other ways around that. It was just nice to have. So that's one thing I think I would miss if you get the Inventor kit. It's just not having those touch sensors. But ultrasonic and color. Definitely like this red ball, because you guys know me. I like to do trick shots and, you know, gameplay kind of stuff. Whoa, check out those white pieces. That's cool. I've never seen anything like that before. And what's really neat is they incorporate some of the, you know, classic Lego pieces. So check that out with the different holes. I like that base plate. Here's your USB for charging and connecting to some sort of device. Have you guys noticed? I really like the Spike Prime wheels, and I don't know, it's just more streamlined. But check out those black wheels; those are sweet. And some more of the panels. And then I definitely like the larger picture frame there. That's cool. But I definitely like the wheels, man. I'm gonna put those on my EV3 robot. Oh, some more black connectors. I really like this gear right here, this big old gear. I'm not sure how many teeth that gear has, but definitely the 16 tooth gear is back. There's the 32, so some friendly faces are back. And then, oh, that's cool. Hey, I'm a sticker guy. I like stickers, and it looks like we have some type of preliminary manual. For those of you that would want to get started on building, there's some digital instructions that Lego Education sent with this kit. I mean, not sent. You can go online and just look that up for yourself. I'll show you guys that in a later video. But this is just super cool, being able to see all of these pieces that I've recognized from the Spike Prime and the EV3, obviously. So let's go ahead and take a look at this hub. And I like the fact that this hub has that teal color, which definitely separates it from the Spike Prime. You know, Spike Prime had the kind of the blue and yellow. So here's your chargeable battery. And there is your hub. I love that. Love this teal color. And let's see if it's already... The Spike Prime already came with a little bit of a charge. And this one obviously came with a charge already too. So this is a very cool unboxing, you guys. And I'm going to go ahead now and just do some preliminary comparisons to the Inventor, the Spike Prime, and the EV3. Okay, so let's go ahead and compare the EV3, the Spike Prime, and the Inventor on just some preliminary comparisons like price and piece count. So I got my notes here, so here we go. The Spike Prime, let's start with that. The Spike Prime is going to run you $329.95 for the cost, and it has 528 pieces. Now let's compare that to the Inventor kit. The Inventor kit is $359.99, so about 30 bucks more, but it has a whopping 949 pieces. So, I mean, if you're just comparing the piece count, it's almost double that you're getting. And I know what you're saying, Mr. Hino, is it throwing in just, is the piece count just these connectors and small pieces? I would care to differ. There's just a lot of more curved panels. There seems to be a lot more picture frames and cool stuff like this base plate. I know the Spike Prime comes with the base plate too, but it seems like you're getting everything that the Spike Prime had, but more. And for 30 bucks more, I think that's a no-brainer if you're comparing Spike Prime and Inventor. I would just, it seems like I would definitely pay more, the $30 more, to get almost twice as many pieces and just be able to, it seems like you're just going to be able to do more with the Inventor kit. And no, I did not get paid by Lego to say that. I'm just saying, logically, I would pay 30 bucks more to almost get twice as many pieces. And I've unboxed that Spike Prime kit before, and I'm overwhelmed, like, where am I going to put everything? It seems like the Spike Prime, I didn't have a hard time finding space inside of that kit to put the pieces in. I'm a little overwhelmed, like, where am I going to put everything once I get this thing unboxed? Now, like I said, the nice plus about the Spike Prime is it had the yellow tub to organize everything. So you're going to now have to figure out, okay, what do I buy to organize everything? Obviously there's, some maps here on the box, but it's not like I'm just going to lay stuff in here because, if you pick the box up, everything's just going to go everywhere anyway. So it's just one of those things where I'm like, am I going to have to go to, Walmart or Target and get containers for each thing? So that's just one of the downsides of this box, is not having the tub to organize everything. But if that's not a big deal for you, then it's definitely looking like the Inventor kit has the edge here. Now let's talk about the EV3. For those of you that are thinking about EV3, it is going to, now there's two different versions of the EV3. So the consumer version, as I like to call it, the ones that you can get almost anywhere, Amazon, but you can also get those in stores. And then the ones that Lego Education would sell on their website is selling for $349. So it's interesting that the EV3 kind of came right there in the middle as far as price. And the consumer version has 601 pieces. The education version that I use for all my videos has 541 pieces. And so you're looking at Spike Prime, with roughly a little bit more, a little bit less pieces than the EV3. And then again, the Inventor just comes in and whammos everybody on the pieces. So right now, just preliminary wise, I'm leaning towards the Inventor if I were, if I had a decision to, oops, sorry about that, I kicked the camera. If I had a decision to make just based on price and what you get. Now, obviously, like I said, I didn't have a chance to go through this yet, but I'm looking at this going, I'm trying to figure out what in the world the EV3 would have over this, as far as, making you switch your mind and go the EV3 route. Some of you, like your phones want the latest update. So if that's, again, your situation, it's looking like the Inventor is looking pretty good. Just another thing that I've thrown out and known, if you want to do some programming, obviously there's different options now to program the Inventor as far as tablet devices or phones. EV3 had some limitations with that. Obviously, just because the older you get, the less options you would have for programming. I know that like Spike Prime, for those of you on a laptop, you're going to need Windows 10 to be able to run that program. But as far as devices, you're looking okay. Like if you have an iPad, you're able to just be able to program now with Python or Scratch. So where you guys are with your decision on what do I buy, it's looking like you have more options with the Inventor. But you know what? I've always said this before. When you come down to robotics, you're gonna gravitate to whatever you are most comfortable with. Which means if you gave me, a year or two to just stay with Spike Prime, I'm probably sure I would dig it and just go, I'm so into Spike Prime because it's familiar with me. I know the pieces. And I'm sure you're going to find that same way with Inventor. And I've definitely figured that out with EV3. For those of you that are using EV3, what I don't want you to do is go, man, I just have this inferior type kit. EV3 is awesome. Don't get me wrong. But it's just one of those things where as robotics progresses, it's going to be one of those things where, like a phone, you're going to just see different options that you didn't have with the previous model. So, exactly what my point would be, like this phone that I'm recording this on, this is a 7 version, and I know there's a 10 version out there. And then there's just some things where it depends on who you are, what you're looking for, that might make the upgrade better. So I am definitely not knocking either of these 3 kits. I'm not knocking what they can do, because I know I've been in this business long enough to just know you're going to gravitate to whatever you're comfortable with and whatever you can be successful with. And I'm sure that any elementary or middle school or high school student will be successful no matter which one they pick. If you stick to it, you dedicate yourself to learning how to understand the building part, the programming part. It's just one of those things where I think Lego Education just steered it to have everybody be successful. Now, obviously, again, it's going to depend on your hardware, what you're going to be able to do with, the hub. I know I had some limitations with my laptop because I was running Windows 7. I wasn't able to program this on my laptop. I had to use my daughter's laptop that had, she had an Air Mac. So we were able to figure out the programming from there. But if you take a look at both hubs, they're identical in size and weight. So, the Spike Prime and Inventor basically said, hey, let's just keep the hubs the same, as far as size-wise. I mean, you can't get any closer than that. And then they all have the 6 ports. And again, as far as the sensors goes, I know the Spike Prime had come with the touch sensor, but this here with the Inventor, you're just getting the ultrasonic and color. So you're giving and taking with some of these cases here, but it's nice to not have to worry about that gyro sensor like we did with the EV3. Because in my mind, if you give me one less sensor to mess up and build it into the hub, I like that fact. So, okay guys, so here is my plan. My plan is to figure out how I'm going to organize all this, and then I'm going to get started on my first Lego Mindstorms Inventor Kit robot. I'm not exactly sure which one I'm going to start with. It is a 5-in-1, so my options are endless here, because I know there's more things I can build other than those 5 robots. But I'm just going to have to figure out which one do I build. So hopefully, guys, you love this unboxing. For those of you that are trying to make a decision, like I said, I'm not going to be a huge help if you're trying to get into the nuts and bolts of how different is this from the Spike Prime and EV3. But if you just want to scratch the surface on price, piece count, and just the different, what one set has over the other, and obviously, that set can have something over the other one. Hopefully this was good enough for you to make a decision. But like I said, if you want a more in-depth analysis of these kits, you're going to have to give me more time to dig my hands into this kit right here. Super excited to. Okay, guys, I am Mr. Hino from Lego Robotics. I'm out.
He's out. Peace out.
We got this.
We got this.
We got this, guys.
Hey guys, Mr. Hino here. Thank you so much for watching. And if you love robotics, don't forget to check out these videos also because they're cool. Okay guys, take care.